My friends would say that I am not a minimalist. I'm an artist at heart, so I'm always creating.
So when Jennifer Edwards bought her South Austin house, she stepped up its garden persona.
My front garden originally was, dead grass, dead tree, broken cement, straight sidewalk, straight up the door. So the only time that I ever really invested in money and having someone else do something was bringing in a crew to jackhammer out the cement and kind of lay me out the flagstones. So I had the flagstones installed, and then I just and digging the hole for the stock tank. And then slowly over time, I've just built it up myself. The crews built up the stone wall. So originally, along with the dead grass and the dead tree, the whole front area by the house was bricked in, red brick pavers. And it was major flood problem because that's one of the slowest part in my yard, and it's lower than the street. So water would run and pool right there. And so we pulled all of that out, put the stone up just to match it, but then put in a French drain and gravel so that it diverts the water around to the plants where they need it. The round cement stones my friend Steve made. He had molds, so 2 cement halves, and glue them together. And it just looks pretty when it's raining because it kind of slows the water down. I don't have gutters, so the water comes pouring down, hits those stones and softens it a little bit, keeps the gravel from washing away. Rain chain on the other side, but my little pyramid of stones there to slow the water down off the roof.
To ornament, she upturned a turquoise vase. At a flea market, she found glass transformers from old phone poles.
And they come in all shades of, green to turquoise. I'm always looking for blue-colored glass objects that are durable, that I can put in the yard that won't break. So I kind of have a green and white and purple to blue, color palette. Mardi Gras purple door and kind of cobalts and turquoises.
At the front door, she raised up the view by planting in a steel saucer tripod container.
Someone on Craigslist, Westlake, they were redoing their garden and wanted to get rid of it, and $150, you have to haul it away. The base itself, the bowl, is very, very heavy. It's 2 strong guys to lift it. The first thing I realized pretty quickly is I had to have it on very firm soil, because the first time I set it up, over a course of an afternoon, it slowly tipped and tipped and tipped and then crashed over. It's sitting on the flagstone pavers as opposed to in the gravel, because the gravel's too soft. It's got a drainage hole in it, so I filled it, first load of pea gravel, then decomposed granite, hilled it up a little bit in the center. So it's all cacti and things that want to be very dry. It drains out fast, really fast. And again, it takes a lot of hot, blazing sun. And then I, put glass and stones and interesting things in there so that year-round there's something nice to look at. The way it sits also from my living room, it's a beautiful view. My front garden did start out native grasses, little rosemary here and there. It was supposed to be sparse. And I just, realized that's not my style. I think it's beautiful. I enjoy it and admire it, but I can't help but gild the lily a little bit. So I always, tuck in a thing here and there, and next thing I knew, I had a lot going on.
She inherited native spring-blooming spiderworts that she divides to spread around.
I've always got larkspurs and poppies. As I moved around when I was younger, I just gathered the seeds and carried them with me. And then later in the season, a lot of cosmos. So, particularly in the front, white and pink. I do try to do a lot, along with the blue theme, a lot of white flowers, white roses, white lantana, white cosmos, because looking out my bedroom window at night, the white really shows up in the dark. I've never used pesticides or insecticides, anything like that. So it needed to be something that would be tough because, except in worst case scenarios, I'm not going to water. I think, at the heart of it all, I'm a lazy gardener. I want things that are going to last, not take a lot of care, be beautiful year after year. I like my little pond, my stock tank pond that I have, which brings in a lot of wildlife. And I've got some solar lights out there, and at night the white flowers, glow in the dark. The backyard, I call it the farm, and the intention, short of a rose bush or 2, is everything is edible. That's my overarching theory. My grandpa had a large almond orchard in Northern California, so I kind of grew up spending summers surrounded by an orchard, which for someone that likes a lot of organization, an orchard is like the perfect forest because it's, nice and neat. So at his funeral, I took a cutting of the fig tree that was out by the barn. Took cuttings, carried them home on the plane, wrapped in wet newspaper, along with some grapevine cuttings, and carried that little fig tree around in a pot for years until I had my forever home and I felt I could put it in the ground. And it's grown like gangbusters. Brings blue jays. I sit in the window every morning, putting on my makeup and getting ready for work, and there's half a dozen blue jays that will be out there enjoying my fruit. We have an agreement, they get the high stuff, I'm supposed to get the low stuff. It shades the house, it's lovely, and it's a memory of him. And it's kind of been the inspiration for my backyard. So 2 peach trees, 2 apple trees, 2 Fujis, 2 plums, my fig tree, and a lemon tree. So I took grape cuttings also. They turned out to be Thompson seedless, and I didn't know that they would do very well here, but they have. And I plant them with blackberries, which my intention was by planting them with blackberries, the thorns would kind of keep birds off a little bit. In retrospect, I don't know if that was a good idea because it also makes it very hard for me to work in them.
Jennifer and son Julian framed one section with a picket fence and rose-covered arbor.
That's where I get my farm idea. I knew I wanted to do raised beds for vegetables, something that I could keep a little more orderly instead of kind of the Wild Kingdom look. Over the course of a week, we built it and put it together and put down the decomposed granite and built the 4 beds that I've got. The idea was it was going to be kind of like a Federalist style, and it was supposed to be kind of organized and clean and neat, but it's kind of gone jungle like the rest of it. This time of year anyway.
Jennifer confirmed her philosophy on hand-painted lumber scraps mounted on the bamboo that encloses her outdoor shower. An advocate of community literacy, she built a little library on the front curb.
I had saved like a drawer pull I'd got at a garage sale. Like a lot of us, I had a drawer full of someday I'll do something with this cool stuff. So I had little odds and ends that I had saved and put it together and, painted it to match my front door and recycled a garden bench to set it on. Some neighborhoods have issues with vandalism and things like that. So at first it was just kind of an experiment of not putting in too much money, just see how it goes. But it's been lovely. People take care of it, people look out for it. So it's been a lot of fun and community. People walking their dogs, take a look at it. Lots of people stop and take pictures, come back with their kids.